Like a lot of sax players, I switched from a classic neck strap to a shoulder strap a while ago. Shoulder straps are just so much better for your posture and they help prevent neck pain. But with so many different options out there, it can be tough to find the right one for you. So to make your decision easier, I'm going to compare 3 popular shoulder straps in this video. I've used all 3 for months, so in this video I'm going to share my honest experiences, the pros and the cons, and which one I stuck with. The 3 saxophone straps I'm going to compare here are the Zappatini Saxophone Strap, the Jazzlab saXholder Pro, and the BALAM Back Strap. Let's start with the Jazzlab saXholder Pro. That is the cheapest of the 3. You can find it in Germany currently at around 42 euros. The design behind the strap is really brilliant, I think. The shoulder handles fall down, which makes it easy to store them in the bell of your saxophone. And when you want to take the strap off, you simply push this button. You can adjust the abdominal rest as well. It's really easy to adjust the length of the strap. All you have to do is push the button and adjust to the length you want. The hook is made of plastic and easy to use. So far, I've never had a situation where the saxophone came unhooked accidentally, but there is a slight risk this could happen. The strap works well standing as well as sitting, but when you sit down and you have the saxophone on the right side of your body, you have a slight pull to the right, which is not that comfortable. All in all, this is really a sturdy strap that can last you a long time, and I think for the money you pay, you get a really good strap. There's just one major flaw that always bothered me. Because of the design, the angle of the mouthpiece in the mouth doesn't feel right. And for me, this always resulted in arching my head forward slightly. I always had the feeling that I really have to reach for the mouthpiece and it doesn't come to me. This always made it quite uncomfortable for me to play with this strap. But you might want to try it out for yourself. It might be different depending on how you build. If you've tried this strap yourself already, let me know down in the comments what your experiences with this problem are. Let's now have a look at the BALAM Back Strap. There are different versions available with different price tags. I have here the standard version that costs around 52 euros in Germany currently. This strap has 2 aluminium strips that are covered with synthetic leather. And you can bend and adjust the aluminium strips so they fit your shoulders better. The hook is made of metal and has this plastic protection so it doesn't rub against the strap ring. One little thing that can be a little bit bothering is that this plastic protection always moves around, so I quite frequently have to put this plastic protection back in place. I really like how easy this strap is to use. You can take it on and off in seconds. It's also more compact than the Jazzlab strap, so it stores easily. One thing that is really annoying is that every time I want to use the BALAM strap and I take it out of my case, it's really entangled and I have to find a way to untangle it first. The strap length is really easy to adjust and you can also adjust the strap width to your body, but it's not as easy to adjust it. I've tried for a long time to adjust the strap so it fits me well, but I've never really gotten there. And I never really got rid of the problem that the strap always moves forward when I play and I have to push it back quite often. I found for myself that the strap didn't really support a good posture and it led to a crouched back. But the BALAM strap comes pretty close to a normal neck strap in my opinion. And that also means that the position of the saxophone and the mouthpiece feels mostly natural. The weight of the saxophone is taken off your neck entirely, but the whole weight is now lying on your shoulders. I've never had a problem with the strap sitting or standing. Just when you sit down and you have the saxophone on the right side of your body, you feel a little bit of a pull to the right side. I've used this strap for 3 to 4 years now, and you can see that it looks quite worn out by now, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried that the cord could snap at any point. But in these years I really used this strap a lot, and I guess it's okay that at some point you might have to replace the cord. Let's come to the third strap, the Zappatini Saxophone Strap. This one is the most expensive out of the 3 and costs around 105 euros. The design is quite different to the other 2 straps. It's mostly made of plastic but seems really sturdy. The hook is fully locked and made of plastic, so no risk of damaging the saxophone or it becoming accidentally unhooked. The Zappatini strap is a little bit longer because of the plastic rod, but I found it pretty easy to find a place to store it. I really like the weight distribution here. It doesn't only sit on your shoulders, but distributes the weight evenly across your upper body. You can take it on and off relatively quickly, but it takes a little bit longer than for the other two straps. I always felt with this strap that it really supports a good posture and that it really stays in place. Even sitting with the instrument on the side works well with this strap. I would say it feels the most comfortable out of the three straps. There's just one problem I found with this strap. When you lift up the saxophone a little bit, as I do sometimes, especially on concerts, the strap completely loses its position and you basically have to stop playing in that moment. I had to get used to this, and by now I just simply don't lift the saxophone like this anymore, but in the beginning it sometimes caused problems. It can take quite a while until you find the right settings for the strap, because you can adjust the length of the strap at several places. The length of the strap that goes to the saxophone is very easy to adjust though. This strap comes really close to a neck strap in my opinion. The saxophone is well balanced and the position of the mouthpiece in the mouth feels really natural. Overall, I think it feels the most natural out of the three straps. Before we come to the next part where I'll tell you which strap I ended up using, if you like this video and you would like to support me, make sure to click like and maybe even leave a comment. This really helps the algorithm to understand that this video is interesting to viewers and it will show it to more people. Also make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos on saxophone and improvisation. So after testing so many different neck straps and shoulder straps, the Zappatini strap is currently the one I'm using. It's also not a perfect strap, but for me it feels the most natural to play with this one. The position of the saxophone feels very natural and I never had any soreness even after hours of playing. The price is quite steep with 105 euros for a plastic strap, but after now using it for roughly 9 months, I couldn't find any signs of wear at all. If you want to buy one of the straps I reviewed in this video and you want to support me and my channel, you can use one of the affiliate links that I'm gonna leave in the comments below this video for that. With every buy through these affiliate links, I get a small commission. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments your experiences with the straps I reviewed here, or if you have any other straps you can recommend, and see you next time.